Hello everyone, my name is Howen, and welcome to the first episode of my AI Handcraft Lab. So today we'll be building a comprehensive AI agent named Twitter Sushi Bot. So personally, I've been a sushi lover for years, but sushi has always been a surprise to me because I don't know which fish is best for the day or best for the season. But with Twitter Sushi Bot, we'll become experts on sushi and maybe become a blogger on Twitter, I'll say. So what Twitter Sushi Bot does is it finds the perfect seafood for the current date and writes a professional description on the seafood and pulls some yummy pictures from the internet. I built my first AI agent like this, but as time goes on, I began to realize real life is more than dealing with Google Calendar and Google Sheets. So I would like to learn more tools and more skills to incorporate into my AI agent. And that's why I'm starting my AI Handcraft channel, hoping to improve together with you guys. The first thing we need to do is log into n8n. It is a very powerful platform for you to build your AI agent with low code to no code experience. If you haven't tried, you can click on Get Started to get a 12-day free trial. But as I already subscribed, so I hit Sign In. So you can see here, I already created my Sushi tweetbot, but for today's learning experience, let's create our new workflow here. First, we need to set up our trigger event. I usually set the trigger event to be the Telegram trigger because it's easy to debug and it's easy to communicate with. To connect to a new bot, we have to create a new credential, and creating a Telegram credential is easy. So we log into our Telegram web. We call botfather. In case you haven't called botfather before, you can type it in the search box. We do /newbot in botfather and design our name for the bot. So I call it AI Handcraft Demo Bot, but you can always change the name. The name has to be n8n_bot. And here we got the API for our, we can copy the API into the access token part and hit on save. We can see credentials successfully created. No thanks. When we hit test that, so here we can go into our AI Handcraft Demo Bot and start here. So here our trigger is settled up. And because we want our AI agent to be able to write a script about the fish, that's why we need a LLM node. And we can try DeepSeek if you guys would like, but I'm going with Openai because I'm still a fan of ChatGPT. So we choose message model. And here the credential to connect with is the OpenAI account of yours. n8n also offers 100 times of free OpenAI API credit. I'm going to make another video showing people how to create your own OpenAI account. I actually already created a video, so I attached the link below this video. If you don't know, you can check that video out. So I'll use my already created AI credential to be fluent. And the model, because it's like feeding the fish and writing the script overall, I'll choose a stronger model, the 4.0. And here is the important part, is where we put in our prompt. I have a very natural language prompt, and that's why LLM or generative AI is great, right? We can tell them through natural language instead of writing code. So you can see I'm basically trying to let it find a fish according to the current date and write a short description. And pay attention, if you want the product of your agent to be consistent, you want to decompose your aim into steps. So if we hit test step, we can see ChatGPT is not actually getting the current date. It thinks the date is October the 18th, while the real date is February the 28th. That is because ChatGPT cannot pull current date directly. And the solution to this problem is actually easy, but I'm not seeing in many other YouTube videos. We can add a date and time node. And here is a specific function called getCurrentDate. Exactly what we want. And if we hit test app, we can see we get the right date. And we link our current date to Openai node. And if we hit test app again, so we can see ChatGPT is still not getting the current date. That is because our prompt is hard fixed. We wanted to change to the expression and take in the input here. So the way to do that is we add a line saying current date equals to, and we pull the box to here. And now if we test that again, we can see ChatGPT now gets the current date, February 28th, and it's recommending Camberry or winter yellowtail to us. So the text part is actually good to go. If we want to output the text, we can add another Telegram node to receive the text. But if instead of getting a chat, we want to send a text message, the chat ID we can pull from the Telegram trigger. It's actually under the chat section. It's called chat ID. Here we go. And the content we want to output is from our OpenAI agent. So when we hit test app, we can see we get a notification in Telegram web, and we get exactly what was generated in the OpenAI agent. Cool, so the text part is good to go, but we not only need the text, we also need to search on the internet to pull pictures. So one thing to pay attention is that we don't want to search the whole paragraph on internet. We want to just search Camberry or winter yellowtail on the internet. So to do that, we need to create another OpenAI node. And we still choose message model. And we can choose a weaker model because it's simply trying to simplify the paragraph here down to the name of the fish. So I'll do ChatGPT 4. We change it to expression. And the prompt I'm using here is basically asking the agent to truncate the paragraph and return me only the fish name plus sushi, because we want the fish name plus sushi, right? And we write a line telling them the input paragraph is the paragraph the last OpenAI agent generated. And if we hit test app here, we can see, so it will search for winter yellowtail sushi. That is exactly what we want. So this track, the picture track, is parallel to the message track. So here we got the fish name and sushi we want to search for on the internet. And next step is we need to give our node the access to the internet. And to do that, we set up the HTTP request node. AI agents cannot approach Google directly. It actually have to approach Google custom search through the API. I'm going to make another video telling you how to set up your own Google custom search API. But in this video, we'll use my Google custom search API just to be fluent. And here we go. And don't forget to change your Google API into expression, because the query is dynamic. Every run, there is a different sushi you want to search for. So you don't want to hard fix your query. And that's why you need to change it to expression. And we hit test app. we can see the HTTP request is returning us 10 pictures, item 0 to item 9 here. And the pictures are all regarding winter yellowtail and probably some about winter yellowtail sushi. And that's exactly what we want. But be careful if we output the result here. For example, we send a photo message and we get our text chat ID from before, and the items are the pictures. Okay, when we hit test step, we can see there's an error message. That is because we are only getting the URL here. It's only the links and the description. It's not the picture itself. We want to download the actual files. So to do that, we first need to unhook the HTTP request and create another and create a split node here. We want to split our items. So here we can see instead of a table with only one row but containing 10 pictures, we are getting a table with 10 rows and with each row corresponding to a picture. And here we can start downloading by adding another HTTP request. Instead of downloading from the general internet, we want to download from the previous link, and that's why we're putting the link into the URL. It changes to expression automatically. We want to fix the response type to be file. And because we are outputting image, we indicate outputting image here. We also want to change when it encounters an arrow, it continues. Because out of the 10 pictures, some picture may be broken or subject to copyright. And we want the algorithm to continue even arrow appears. So after we test that, we can see the workflow is pulling like 6 pictures successfully. And here we can output the pictures to Telegram. Instead of a non-binary file, we are outputting binary file. And the name we rename to image. And we have to set the file name. Because these files all have name image, that will create an arrow. We want each file to have a unique name. And to do that, we can set the file name to be the link or the title. I'll do link. And if we do test step here, we can see we are receiving 2 of the pictures, but we are also getting 1 of the arrow. That is because we didn't set on arrow, we continue. And here we can see the rest of the pictures are coming through. So now let's activate our workflow and see what our Tweet Sushi bot can do. And we type in, give me a seafood. And we can see it's giving us the recommendation of Camry, which is the yellowtail again. That's also a problem I noticed during I designed this bot. It can sometimes be very repetitive. One solution I came about is to create some randomness to its thinking process. Instead of let it find 1 fish suitable for the season, let it find 5 seafoods and choose from it randomly, because it can increase the diversity of the response. So let's change the prompt to the random one. We can see it's selecting yellowtail, sea bream, flounder, mackerel, squid, and it chose sea bream to introduce this time, which like dodged the yellowtail. That's good. But we don't want to output this whole thinking process to Telegram directly, because that is redundant. That's why we need to add a OpenAI node to basically summarize from the previous OpenAI agent. Because I think the task is also pretty easy, we'll choose ChatGPT 4 instead of 4.0. And the prompt is basically asking it to read the input passage and output only the seafood name that was described and the description. We copy our prompt to here, and don't forget to change to expression. And we do test that. We can see only sea bream is being introduced in this paragraph, and it returns the sea bream's name and the description. And also, we want to change the text output here from the first OpenAI agent to the last AI agent, because we don't want to output the whole thinking process, right? And here we can see it's outputting the sea bream, the name of the sea bream, and the introduction here. So let's run the whole workflow now. Tell me a seafood. It needs a thinking process to go through all the processes. So it introduces us the flounder, and the pictures of the flounders are coming up, which is exactly what we want. And also Google custom search has real nice pictures. These are like, you can put these pictures on Twitter and your post looks really yummy. I also try to output the text and the image to Twitter directly, but I can only do for the text because the current Twitter node can only post text directly. If I want to post the image, I need to use the previous version of the API, which I'm still working on. If I solve that problem, I'll post another video teaching you how to post text and image. But for now, we can delete it. So yeah, here is our Twitter Sushi bot. And you probably noticed that there are a lot of ways we can improve our Twitter Sushi bot. For example, one thing we can do is, instead of letting it only return the seafood best for today, we can ask what seafood is best for next month or during summer vacation. And another thing we can do is increase ChatGPT's knowledge on fishes and their respective seasons. And we can also improve the quality and relevancy of the pictures we pull from the internet. And you see, when we do AI handcrafts like this, we began to realize what we need to improve ourselves and on our AI agents so we can be better in the future. Thank you for watching the first episode of my AI Handcraft Lab, and I'm hoping to make more AI handcrafts with you in the future.